you go? I can't see you.
Borden, I'm right here.
Tony!
Just, Borden, turn around, Borden.
What do you mean? There's nowhere to go.
I'm right here.
There's no... What? That's stupid. Put the chair that way.
Who did that? Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
Welcome
Welcome to Up at Night. I'm Tony. Shut up.
I'm Tony today.
Hey. Fuck you.
I'm Borden. So, you saw our intro. Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
Maybe you skipped it. Who knows?
You better not have.
I hope you did.
I spent a whole 5 minutes on
I
that.
hope you skip every intro, just so that we work on them. And no one ever watches them. They're just like, fuck these stupid idiots.
Anyways, well, that's why they watch this.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Bill Nye getting his own Netflix show coming up. That's actually pretty fucking sweet.
I have some theories on this.
What's the name of it? Go ahead.
So my theory on this is it's either going to be like the original series, just redone on Netflix.
It's not, though. It's like he's doing it like a talk show.
Or, even better, he keeps those fans that he taught in high school and public school, but he stays with that...
Bill Nye Saves the World, by the way. I love that title.
Yeah, but he sticks with that demographic of us, people like us that had to watch his videos when we were young, and
Which
just
was the
decides that
best.
he knows we're adults now, and he's just going to I'm going to show you the effects of alcohol in your system, and he just gets fucking wasted.
No, from what I mean, that'd be sweet. But I saw a synopsis of what the show's going to be about. It's essentially about, like, him talking about things like global warming and, like, the effects of, like he's basically talking about, like, real... he's going to talk about space travel and, like, he's talking about, like, real scientific, matters.
Is he going to do it in the old school way where he's like, this is the planet.
No.
This is my glove. And then fucking inflate it and shit.
From what it sounds like he's going to be... It's like I said, it sounds like it's going to be a talk show, and it sounds like it's going to be... he's going to have guests on the show. But, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. I just pictured Neil deGrasse Tyson, but with the face tattoo. No, so yeah, from what it sounds super cool. I mean, Bill Nye is awesome, and I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff where it's always him on it's
the science specials.
Well,
on Discovery?
where there's those ones, but there's the ones where have you seen the ones where he rips apart people who are creationists and stuff like that, where they're like the Earth is
flat.
3,000 years old and Jesus, it's no, okay. And then he's just I love, because the one, if you've ever seen the video, or if you've ever seen any of the things online, they're because he was talking with, basically, he was arguing with a creationist and using science to basically be none of that makes sense. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't. He's there are trees older than what you think the Earth is. It just doesn't, it doesn't add up. The math doesn't make sense. But I think there's gonna be some of that too, because it sounds like he from what I read, he is gonna have guests on the show, and it's going to involve him. Maybe, I don't know if he's gonna bring on people that maybe he wants to just.
He's gonna bring on the whole friggin' Discovery Channel cast.
Maybe,
he'll bring in what's that Asian guy? There's David Suzuki.
Okay, yeah.
He'll probably bring him on. There's the other one that always does all those shows. He's got the white hair pulled back. He kind of looks like almost like Jackie Chan, but not Jackie Chan. And he always talks about, he's I don't know his fucking name. We didn't research this, but he's always on all those shows. I imagine pretty much the cast of any of those science shows that always come on as guests or come on to pretty much the real shows, not Ancient Aliens and all that shit, but the real ones. I wish it was just
aliens.
They should literally, they should just have current aliens or something where Bill Nye talks about microbes and shit.
That'd be fucking sweet. So anyway, I'm that show's set to air next year, obviously. So I mean, we still.
Fuck, I have to wait.
Yeah, but
I'll lose interest before it comes out.
Whatever, and then you'll be super hyped when you remember it comes back on because it's Netflix. They'll be like, "Hey, guess what? Boom, it's here."
You know what? They totally do that because they did that with Stranger Things they just announced season 2. That's coming out.
Oh man, yeah.
Everyone loves that show.
Fuck yeah, everyone loved that show. That show was fucking great.
Did you see the trailer for season 2?
I saw
how
like
they gave you an homage to all the movies that gave birth to this show, where it's like naming off all
No. That's not what that was. Those are the chapter names of the episodes.
Well, I'm a fucking idiot. So
yeah, what movies were you thinking those were?
They all looked like fucking 80s labels for.
Well, that's what the whole point was. But no, that was literally each of the episode titles for next season. So it's almost like a little bit of a teaser to kind of like be like, oh, what? Like one was called like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why you thought it was movies. It's because, but no, like, it's literally
you learn stuff.
Those are the episodes of the season. So like you can not glean really what's going on, but like it's kind of interesting to read like what they're.
Yeah,
like what the episode titles are.
And there was like a few monster names that were pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. It sounds cool.
I thought they were just like 80s horror movies, but
no. Those are
that's
what
chapter, that show does so well.
Those are the chapter names.
The show does that so well that I can't even distinguish between it.
I am not surprised at how fast that show got renewed. Like considering it's one of their most successful. Other than like I think I was watching a show the other day and they were talking about the metrics on like Netflix and they were saying the fact that like. It's like just behind Orange is the New Black and something else. It beat out Daredevil as far as like.
What about House of Cards? It's not House of Cards they were talking about.
Maybe because House of Cards was pretty popular as well.
Marco Polo's the only other Netflix. There's like a law show or something that's pretty big on Netflix.
I don't know, but it's up there. It's in their top like 5 or something like that as far as like successful shows and stuff like that. Like I'm not surprised, and like everyone fucking like as soon as anyone watches that like first,
I felt so because I watched it. Remember, I was telling everybody,
yeah,
like, y'all have to watch it. Y'all have to watch it. And everyone's like, why? I'm like, you have to watch it because it was really good.
I think you were the first person to be like, yeah, you gotta watch this show, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And then I was sitting there,
and then
you
blow through 6 episodes. You're like, this was amazing.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god. But yeah, so that's
happening.
That's gonna be sweet.
Bill Nye's happening.
Bill Nye.
That's about the brunt of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just honorable mention, right? Like, I mean,
another little quick one because we don't have much information on it, but Fallout 4's Nuka World just came out.
Yes, we did.
We played like 20 minutes of it.
Borden kind of played 20 minutes of it. He also fucked around for a while. But we did, yeah. We did
I
load
like
it
the
up.
setting. I really do. I
like
being in that amusement park. It's really cool. So what this expansion is that you take a train to Nuka World, a amusement park themed after the cola drink in the game Fallout.
Oh my God, so
and
good. So good.
It's just taken over by raiders, and you have to fight your way through traps to get in, and then from there...
Yeah, that gauntlet leading into it was kind of interesting, because it was just like a whole bunch of fucking...
grenades and flamethrowers.
And fucking turrets and shit like that.
And then you fight a boss. The first boss was really interesting, because he's hooked up to a rail, like those bumper car rails.
Yeah, like bumper cars.
Power armor is just... like pumped up from it, so you actually beat him by weakening his shields with a water gun.
I love that because you picked up that like little squirt gun and I was like, what the fuck is that? You're like, I don't know, he said something about squirting a shield with it, and you're like, you run up and like zap him or not zap him, but like squirt him a few times and the whole thing like zaps out and his shield's gone.
And
he's like,
hold up my real gun and I'm like,
yeah, that was fucking sweet.
Then I
gave
up and nuked him.
Fair enough. I mean, that's just how the game goes, I guess. But yeah, no, that was cool. I like that like little boss fight. Like it kind of added like a.
There's a group called the Pack, and they're like animal themed raiders where
they're like furries.
Yeah, they're a bunch of fucking furries, but they have some cool guns, cool masks and stuff. So I'm gonna have to collect a bunch of those for my.
You're gonna have to silently murder some of them in corners and take their clothing.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Dave. Dave's gone, man. He's fucking dead.
Just wearing like a mask with a mask on the mask.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, like you were talking about taking... Because, the other cool thing was their guns. Their guns are all, like, super colorful. Like they almost remind me of, like, something like a Joker crew would wear.
They're like a Joker punk...
Yeah, like
spray paint graffiti look to them.
Exactly. Like I was gonna say, like it reminds me of like
all my settlers back at.
I was gonna say you were saying like all yours. You want to grab a mask for everyone and one of those colorful guns for all your settlers so they can have them. And I was like, that'd be kind of cool to see.
Circus equipment. I just want to make my whole place just a fucking circus. And everyone's like wearing the masks and the fucking cars.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And that's why Fallout's great.
And that's why Fallout is great.
Now, it's priced at $30 without the Season's Pass. Do I feel that's worth it? I don't know yet because I haven't played it.
I guess, yeah, we'll see how long it is,
But you know what? it's hard to say no to Fallout DLCs, especially when I mod them. Like when I mod, you need these DLCs for a lot of these mods. So it's kind of like you just suck it up and buy it. I think the best.
Plus, I think Fallout does good extra content. Like they haven't.
It's getting mixed reviews. It's the price that's bothering people. I think for a lot of this stuff. But if you have a problem with price, just wait because they'll release a Game of the Year edition. I'm sure of course, and that'll be the best time to buy it.
Actually, I was discussing that with someone else the other day about the fact that like pretty much every Fallout or any Bethesda game really like they do. Well, no, they all have Game of the Year editions. But like I was about to say, they all have at least 4 or 5 like solid DLCs attached to them. Like Fallout 3 did, New Vegas did.
Now, the problem is, and
Skyrim, Oblivion, all of them.
Yes. Yeah, totally. Except for the horse armor from Oblivion, that's a whole other story. But
that was
that was probably dumb.
That was dumb, but that was like that's such a funny tale. Like that is really at the forefront of like
they wanted $45 for that, or like $60 for that horse armor.
I don't think it was that expensive.
It was like $40. No, originally it was like that much. That was what people were pissed about. It was
Jesus.
Yeah, it was
horse armor.
For fucking horse armor. They had no idea how to do DLC at that point. And then
I was about to say that was like really one of the first games that did like any kind of like add-on content.
Morrowind had DLC.
I was about to say, but for consoles. Like, because PC games is obviously there's expansion packs and stuff like that. Like, there have been expansion packs before, but like as far as like DLC like add-ons, like real add-ons go, like games like by the time we had even Oblivion, like there wasn't really many games that had that, right?
Morrowind had 2 for console. Morrowind was on console and had 2.
It was on the original Xbox.
Yeah. But like for the first time that it really got big is I remember Shivering Isles.
I remember it having expansions. I just don't remember if they were on the console. Oh, maybe I guess there was a Game of the Year edition. You're right. You're right.
Now the thing is, Shivering Isles.
Oh man, Shivering Isles was so much fun.
That was the turning point when it became like
fucking meeting Sheogorath and just being how fucking crazy he was.
That whole expansion really like opened our eyes, and then Fallout 3 when it had its expansions. Like the pit.
Oh yeah.
Anchorage and all that. So
Mothership Zeta.
Yeah.
Going up on the fucking spaceship and fighting the aliens.
Actually, if anything, New Vegas did it best. I've got to say New Vegas did the best. If you haven't played New Vegas and its DLC, its DLC far better than any of them. It is the tits. But going back to Fallout 4, is this DLC worth it? Like, for someone like me, yes, because I'll play it regardless, but I've been reading the reviews and people are a little upset.
Is it short or something?
No, it's just that people want the RPG mechanics, and they're not putting them in. They still have not put in those mechanics of good and evil and taking different routes. Fallout doesn't do that now. Fallout 4 really doesn't have that element.
That's fair.
And the speech dialogues options, they never... Like, they tried with Far Harbor to add in a little bit more speech stuff and fix it a bit.
I still haven't played Far Harbor. I need to go back and do that.
But the thing is, like... Mods are coming to consoles. A lot of that RPG mechanic stuff, if you really want it, you'll be able to get a hold of it.
True enough.
It's going to take some work on your part, but you've seen mine game. Like, I can do really cool stuff. Like, I can put water in, I can do all that. But
yeah, that was cool.
Like, as far as all the expansions together as a bundle as Game of the Year, half those expansions ain't worth it. Far Harbor, lame as fuck. I'm sorry, but that's a stupid...
It wasn't a good
it's
DLC,
just stupid.
No.
Like, I don't care about harbors. I don't care about fucking fishing and fucking... raincoats and shit. Like that's the whole theme of it, and like some synth stuff, but it just you're on a foggy island. Like there's nothing appealing about that. See, at least with when you went and played Fallout 3 and you had Point Lookout was cool because you had all these like inbred like settlers or whatever ghoul people running around with shovels and shit. And it's all like radioactive.
I do remember that one. Yeah,
and
you
get high as your brain gets. You get a piece of your brain taken out, and you get high as fuck, and you go through a trance in an area.
Oh,
like,
Jesus!
That kind of stuff I miss, and you don't really do that as much as like getting like. There was something so nice about Fallout 3 where like you went into a simulation to find your dad. You get drugged in a certain area, and you go through an area. Just really cool stuff happened, and it doesn't do it that much. Like other than going into the simulation. Which was really boring in Fallout 4. Like, that whole simulation to go into the memories of... To find your son.
To find your son. You go through...
Valentine.
No, it's not Valentine. It's the assassin dude that... Or it's not the assassin.
You use Kellogg, the serial
Kellogg, that's his name, yeah.
Yeah, but as far as, like, price goes, people are kind of like, well, for you, it kind of sucks because you don't like crafting as much as I do. So, like, all these expansions
didn't do any of the crafting at all.
very crafting oriented, which I love that side of Fallout.
That was one of those things that pissed me off when I first heard about it. Like, when I found out that there's like, oh, they're coming with more DLC. Oh, it's more crafting stuff. Oh, they're coming with more DLC. Oh, it's like build your own vault. Like, I get it. That's cool. And
for
like,
some people, but it's not uniquely Fallout. That's not something that was Fallout. It's something that works well in the Fallout environment and people like. Great, I personally love. But they need to add more content for the people that actually enjoy Fallout storylines and quests.
Which is me. I'd rather have more like storyline DLC.
Well, and I do miss player homes. Like, you remember playing Oblivion and you could buy those Xbox player homes, like the Wizard's Tower? Oh my
god! I forgot I was gonna mention that, like, when we were talking about the Oblivion DLC, the Wizard Keep,
the Demon's Lair, or the Vampire's Lair, or whatever.
It was just like a castle that you could get, like, it was like a big fort kind of thing. But like, I remember that place too. It was really awesome.
You
like,
could cure vampirism.
It was the only place you could, like, other than doing that quest line, there was a thing you could walk up to. It was like a crystal or something like that. You could walk up to and cure your
plant.
Or was it a plant?
Yeah, you could take a plant and make a cure.
Yeah, but that was one of like the easier ways to like cure yourself of vampires. Not that you'd want to. Oblivion had the best fucking. That is one thing I miss. Kind of sidetracked a little bit, but like that was one thing that I missed out of Oblivion that they didn't do in Skyrim. My character in Oblivion, once I found out what the perks were of being a vampire, immediately turned my character into a vampire.
Well, no, in Dawnguard, the vampires became good again.
A little. I didn't like having to transform into that big fucking demon thing. Like,
they should have had some more options with that. I didn't like the way the demon thing looked either, because it didn't. When I saw that, I didn't think vampire. I thought demon. Now, if they said you can be a vampire. Yeah, you can be a demon or you can be a werewolf. That would have been cool.
Yeah, see, the werewolf thing was cool because, like, and I like that they added like the skill trees in later on, but still, like, I found the passive abilities weren't as cool. Like, I remember in Oblivion, like, if you actually got yourself to 100% like vampire, it was like, I can't remember what the number was. It was high though. It was like 10, 15, or like 20 to like, I think it was 20 to like most of your stats got a bonus of 20, which was
as long as you weren't out in the sun.
Exactly, but that was one of the things you had to keep track of. You had to travel at night and stuff like that.
Which, if you're me and you mod your game heavily, that would fucking be miserable.
Oh yeah,
you saw how dark my game was.
Well, yeah, exactly. But for me, like, when I was playing on Xbox, right? So, like, I mean, like I said, like, you get tons of stat bonuses, which made your character super jacked, which was fun because, like, I mean, it made you feel like you were a badass vampire. Yeah. You got the cool powers. Like, I liked the one ability you got just as a free, like, it was a spell that you would equip, but you got this like night vision / like life detect ability. Yeah. And I would literally run around with that on constantly because it would last for like 2 minutes, and every time I would run out, I'd just hit the button again because it was free, right?
Now, and didn't they have the ability, that might have been Skyrim, where you could control people, you could tell them, you could make hostile people not hurt you?
Both games had a charm spell. But that was the thing, is like, because if you were 100% vampire, they would... people would freak out when they saw you. Like, if you went up to try and talk to anybody, they'd be like, "Get away from me, beast!" And you'd be like, "Bro, calm down." And you hit the charm spell, and they'd be like, "Hey, you're my best friend. What's up?"
Hey, what'd you want again?
But like, that was the one thing that always like disappointed me in Skyrim, was like, I always found like they took that away, because like it was just like in Skyrim, when you like, especially before,
it was more werewolf-centric.
especially pre DLC. The vampire, like, all it did was like made you immune to, like, I think, like, disease, and gave you like a shitty charm spell and like nothing else. It was like garbage. But
I felt like they did Dawnguard as a almost like to try to redeem themselves, because people were so unhappy with vampires. I remember because they were like, you can't have vampires and then put in werewolves, because they always fight. It's a natural enemy, the two.
But I did like that you had the two storylines that you could play, where you could either join the Dawnguard.
It just wasn't fair what they gave you as a vampire. That's all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is that even with the DLC, it would have been nice just to be like full on vampire and just be badass, and then have a fair, like, because with me it was like, do you want to join the vampires? But you're a werewolf, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna be a werewolf. Like, I didn't want to change.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
it was like, it's not worth it.
I really liked the fact that you could either join the Dawnguard, and like, if you were already a werewolf, you're just a werewolf, and that was cool. Or you could join like the vampire side. And like, for me, like, I always, like one of the biggest perks of joining the vampire side was getting Serana as a.
Yeah, she was a pretty cool companion.
She was like one of the best companions in the game.
I liked her.
She had like some of the best attacks.
She would do
like,
those
abilities.
ice spears.
Yeah, like she had some of the best
you'd be
abilities
fighting
and
and
stuff.
all of a sudden people just get fucking pinned.
She also had like a raise dead spell. So like every once in a while you just have like a zombie runner and you're like, the fuck is that? Oh, it's your zombie.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got really sidetracked.
We're sidetracked, but back to Fallout.
I mean, we're still talking about Fallout.
I think it would be nice to have something like a vampire or like all.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the fact that
we have power armor. That's all
I
we
was
have.
to say, like, I guess power armor is the only thing that you get as far as that. There really isn't any like, because like I said, like each of the games really like as far as I guess when you think about Fallout though, like it doesn't really fit the thing. But like it would have been cool if you could have like I don't know, maybe turn yourself into a synth or something like that.
Or turn yourself into a ghoul
or a ghoul, yeah, and like, or isn't there a perk to do that? There is a perk to do that. You can turn yourself into a ghoul. You don't take like rad damage anymore or something like that.
You don't look like one though, don't you?
Yeah, but I think it's like you don't look like one. Yeah.
Now they did have vampires in Fallout 3.
Did they?
Yeah, they hinted towards these cannibal group, and they lived in they were by like a scrapyard underground.
Oh yeah,
but they
now
never
I think wasn't there a perk that you could get that you could like,
vampirism,
and you could like if you found blood bags, you could like heal yourself with them or something like that. So I guess that's kind of a cool like little perk, but like it's not full on like what you want. What do you think they're going to do for? Do you think they're going to do more DLC?
No, there's rumors that Obsidian Games that did New Vegas has got a hold of the licensing to do a New Orleans game.
Interesting. I wonder if that'll actually happen again.
Which would be really cool to see New Orleans.
New Vegas was fucking fantastic.
Obsidian knows how to do RPGs.
They do
the best. You know what? People put Bethesda to such a high regard. They've just got a formula. That's all they have.
Yeah.
Literally, if you take that template and that formula, which Obsidian Mind did, they made a better game. New Vegas, in the modding community especially, New Vegas is the definitive, like, they like it better than Fallout 4. They're like, Fallout 4 sucks compared to New Vegas. New Vegas has better RPG mechanics.
Yeah.
And that's what Obsidian's always been good at, in which they also did South Park Stick of Truth.
Oh, yeah.
Which...
Fucking phenomenal game.
You know what? That's coming out soon. I'm hyped for that.
The Fractured Butthole.
Fractured Butthole.
Yeah. What a great title. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm gonna play through the DLC. At least I'll probably try Nuka World and stuff like that. So I was kind of sitting there earlier today thinking about the fact that I haven't played Fallout in like I don't even know how long. It's been a few months.
Since launch.
No, I played it a bit.
Like a couple months after.
I played a little bit while after that. I have a decent amount of time into the game. I just didn't get far enough. The only thing I got to decide now, because I did buy it on PC, is like whether or not I want to like go into the PC version. Because I don't have the DLC on PC. I have the deal on like my PS4. But I want to get into, like I said, like because I bought on the PC and I want to get into the modding a little bit more. So
which I'll show you because it's so good.
Yeah, I've got some on there. Like I've got some
great.
like I do have some on there, but I think I need to figure out how to like do like the lighting mods and stuff like that. Because that's the only thing I don't know.
It's
tricky and stuff like that. Yeah,
doing it right, and you want to have your prerequisites and all that.
Yeah,
but that's that. That's go pick up the DLC
for sure. Yeah, give it a try. I mean, from what we've played, like or what I watched him
I've been
play,
playing
like
a ton. I really like the Vault DLC.
I was gonna say you showed me he built like a fucking dope ass
settlement.
Yeah, settlement like vault and everything like that. It looked so nice. Especially like I liked when you were first you're wandering through and it looks like a vault. It's just got all the hallways and like,
all dirty and dirty.
Yeah, and then like you went and there's like a set of like wooden double doors and you open it up and it opened up into like this like
palace.
It looked like a fucking like really nice palace. Like I was like, whoa, that's got way better
like
all
nice
this
monument statues. There's like sleek wooden shined walls and like lights are everywhere.
Yeah, as I say, it looked way nice. I do love that you had your overseer outside of the building in like a corner at a desk, just like
I have a Wizard of Oz thing going on.
Yeah, like don't look behind the curtain.
There's just so much room in that vault, man.
Yeah.
If you like building and Fallout and you want space and you want supplies, fucking the vault mod, that's the only place I'm building a settlement. I'm sorry, but that's like the best place to build a settlement.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, if you like the building, the it's not even a mod, it's the DLC.
It's the DLC. The stuff I was building with.
Oh yeah, but the vault DLC there is fucking dope for building. Anyway, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Battlefield. The beta's
our last topic.
No, we still have one more after this.
Oh, yeah. You want to do that one first?
No, we'll finish with that one. We'll finish with that one.
Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1, the beta is up right now.
He's played it, I haven't.
Yeah, I was playing it on PlayStation 4. last night.
Not today, because
no, and yeah, I mean, like most betas. From what I heard, though, I heard it was a DDoS attack.
A DDoS attack.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Lizard Squad.
I don't know if it was them specifically, but like honestly,
why are people so fucking bored that they got to
that they got to do that? And like PlayStation. Okay, so like today was bad news because like first it was like EA servers were down, and then I tried to get on PlayStation Network, and PlayStation Network was down for like the whole afternoon. I think it's up again now because my buddy was posting up some videos of him doing some funny dope ass shit on Facebook there with the Battlefield beta. But anyway, I tried it out, and I'm stoked, man. Like
it looks good.
I don't know what it is about the Battlefield games. Like I've never liked COD. I'm not really that big into the whole like bro shooter thing. But my God, I don't know what it is about Call of Duty Battlefield that has really always got me.
It's that open world aspect of that freedom to just fuck over people
and just do whatever you feel like. Yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, they did it again. Like this game looks like it's going to be super fun. I like the way the shooting feels. Like I immediately jumped on because I usually play a medic, so like I jumped on the medic class first.
Now there's no automatic weapons other than stationary turrets, right?
I think there are some automatic weapons. Yeah, I think like the
World War One. So I mean,
yeah, the guns that I had, as far as what I used. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure because all I used when I played was like single shot rifles. Actually,
and that would be nice. I'm hopeful that is because World War One, it wasn't common to have full auto weapons.
Full automatic
they
weapons,
were only stationary. So that's
why there were turrets and stuff that had them.
No, yeah, but it wasn't common to carry around a rifle that was fully auto.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm hopeful because I haven't played the beta, but that'd be great because if you remember, World at War was an awesome Call of Duty game.
Okay.
Because when you fought in multiplayer, you didn't have to worry about guys just running around going and like killing 4 people.
Yeah.
You have to go and plan your shots. It's
yeah.
nice.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I was playing as the medic class, and they start you off with like a. It's like a DMR kind of like it's like a marksman rifle, like a long range marksman rifle with like no scope. It's just got an iron sight on it, and like I was actually sitting there, like I was up on this ridge just shooting down on like, and yeah, like I felt like I could really do like because that's the kind of style like I've always like playing. I don't like fully auto weapons. I like semi-auto with range because like I said, I like playing like marksman rifles, not necessarily sniper rifles, but like good mid to long range marksman rifles. And like that was what they started me off with the meta class, and like apparently that's what you get the whole time. So that sounds fun. The graphics look absolutely stunning, like always. I mean, like what you expect from a Battlefield game. It's cool. It's cool to see like the vehicles from that era too, because like it's fun. Like you can jump on the horses and stuff like that, right? Like
they're in multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
I called that.
Yeah,
called it. That's the new motorbike.
Essentially the horses are the quad or the motorbike kind of thing. And the fun thing is like
strapping C4 to them and then in the
C4.
Yay! Boom!
But like like a dude actually rode me down on a horse because like he rode
you down hard.
He was galloping at me, and I think I shot him off the horse. But like the vehicles, like the Jeeps and stuff would in the other games, the horse will still keep going if you get knocked off of it or jump off of it. So the horse still just trampled me, and I was just like, oh. That would happen. That horse would totally murder me.
You know what that means? We can just shoot horses and down people.
You can, yeah.
Peter's gonna have a shit fit.
Like you can shoot the horses. I think it knocks you off or whatever. I don't know if it necessarily kills you right away if the horse dies. But the fun thing too, we noticed when we were playing last night was the tanks are a lot more teamwork based because it's like there's like. I don't mean like one, but that's the thing is like the driver now doesn't have like the cannon and stuff like that. The driver is driving, and he's got like a I think he might have like a bit of a
rifle or something,
like some sort of like some sort of like anti-personnel gun. But there's 2 cannons on the sides, and like you have to like kind of use your like you have to like
it's like those the vehicles in Battlefield 4, like those like.
The labs
vans,
and stuff like that.
Vans, yeah, it's more like that mechanic. Yeah. Which I'm cool with because you know what, it needs to be.
Well, tanks back then weren't really that like sophisticated.
Same with like you can fly the old bomber plane.
Yeah,
thing,
exactly. I like that.
You had a funny video. Your friend was watching a plane.
Well, it's a beta. Yeah, he's sitting there on top of a building, and a plane comes flying by, crashes. Hits the ground and starts spinning like a top on the propeller blade, and you can tell obviously it was a glitch, but like. Whatever, they work that shit out. That's what the beta's for. They work that shit out, right? But yeah, like I said, there's also active weather effects now, which is super cool.
They had that in Hardline. where dust storms will just fly over.
Okay, yeah.
Hardline had that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I remember for Battlefield 4, which is the last one I played,
there was a waterfall in one.
There was, well, no, see, what they were was there was, like, levels that had weather effects as part of, remember the whole, like, Levolution thing?
Yeah, there's, like, a tropical storm for the one
Yeah,
beach.
The one on the water there would have the storm that would start, like, halfway through the map. The one map had, like, a sandstorm that started at a certain point.
There was a well or something that would burst and water would come
down. Like stuff like that, or the one map the ship would crash and stuff like that. Like that stuff was cool, but like now it's like any map you're on has a chance to have. He said in the map, because the map that they gave you for the beta was just the one. It's in a desert, so he said like he had one match where he had a sandstorm and it was just like you can't see past like 20 feet in front of you, which is pretty cool. And the other one that they had was a fog. Like a thick fog effect.
No thermal scopes, I'm imagining.
No.
That's going to make it pretty fun, because that always ruined it. Like in Hardline, the dust storm would roll in, and you'd be like, oh, sweet, and you'd be running, and you'd like kill a few people because they can't see you, and then some guy's like, snipes you. He has a thermal scope.
No, they don't have that shit. The scopes in this game are like barely fucking...
They're not even scopes. It's just like a freaking Sharpie dot on a circle.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said,
and I'm excited about that. It's funny how limited they make this, and it just makes it better.
And it makes it better almost, yeah, because like I do like that they kind of went back to like, I mean, obviously some of it may be a little bit probably exaggerated because like it's a video game,
historically incorrect. Because but
honestly, like I like what they did with this game, because they did the opposite of what Call of Duty's doing, where they're going into the future, which literally every fan of that series has begged the creators of Call of Duty not to go into the future with any of their games. And the Black Ops 3, future. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, future. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, even farther in the future. It's just like, dude, why can't you fucking figure out that Call of Duty fans want a Modern Warfare
Call of Duty
game? Like, they just want Modern Warfare again is really what they want.
Call of Duty got its roots in World War 1 and 2.
Yeah, those games, I was saying, World War 2 is where Call of Duty started.
Yeah, 2, sorry.
1 and 2 were based in World War 2. 2 is still my favorite Call of Duty.
I really liked 3.
3, yeah.
4 is my definitive, though. Like,
I mean, Modern Warfare, was the one that really like broke that game out into like, especially because of the multiplayer and stuff like that.
It's amazing.
But for me, like, I never played any of the multiplayer. I didn't give a shit about that game's multiplayer. But the single player campaign for Battlefield 2 or Call of Duty 2, sorry, switching back and forth between them, was one of the first games I played on 360. Oh my god, I love that campaign, because you played the 3 different fronts, which was fun. You played like the American side, which you were like they first start off storming Normandy, like and all that shit, and then like the Russian side, which you're fighting against like the Germans in like and Stalingrad, and then like the English side, which was like in Africa, and you're fighting against like it's just like it was such a cool idea for like like obviously showing all 3 fronts of that war, for a campaign. Like it was such a fun game. And like I wish I blame
Activision. I really do.
Oh yeah, they probably
They're doing
it's
it
all
to
about
Destiny, but because they're the reason Destiny has had such a shitty launch, where it's like all the DLC is pre-existing content that was supposed to be in the game in the first place. It's because Activision's like, you're not making enough money, make us more money. And Destiny's like, okay, well, we'll suck it up for the first year, fuck it up, hurt some fans, and then we'll redeem ourselves. Too, which they did, but there's a lot of people that still have a kind of a
I'm stoked for Rise of Iron to come out.
Oh yeah, because that's in 2 weeks. 2 weeks is Rise of Iron.
Yeah, we're pretty
I'm really
excited.
hyped.
I'm gonna start, like I said, you and I should start playing that again, because we need to get ourselves back into the swing of like.
Well, I've been playing. Two of my characters are literally all their rep is about to rank, and I'm leaving it there. And then I have Iron Banner and Trials packages that give me 25 legendary marks. That's all I need them for, but I have max 200 marks. So when I get in on day 1 of the expansion, I'm gonna buy a full set of gear for my Titan. So
nice,
yeah.
Anyway, Battlefield. Yeah, like I said, I can't really see much more just because I only got to play like a couple matches, but everything seems like it's.
I didn't realize it came out. I gotta get on that.
It's probably going on for the rest of the weekend. Yeah, my assumption would be that's going on. They didn't give an end date, because like I looked on the website to figure out when it was going on till, and it just showed a start date and no end date was in there. My assumption is that it goes on until the end of the weekend.
Typically, they run their betas for like a week.
Yeah, that's what my assumption was. And I think it started at the beginning of the week.
They'll do it for a week, and I bet you after the week they'll be like, oh, you know what? You guys liked us so much, we're going to put it on for another week.
Another week, yeah. But like I said, if you haven't played it, you can go play it for free. It's an open beta on it's on everything right now. I would say give it a try, especially if you're a fan of the series.
Or World War I games, because you can't find them that often.
That's true, and I'm actually intrigued. I might actually play the campaign for this one because I've never played a Battlefield campaign.
Oh God, they're miserable.
I've heard they're not good,
except for Bad Company 2. That was amazing.
Yes, I heard the Bad Company games were great. But I've never really played any of the Battlefield campaigns. I might do this one just because it'll be interesting to see what they do as far as a campaign for a World War I storyline. So I am intrigued by that.
Hopefully they get a professional writer to do it, because the last
they probably
Battlefield's like, I'm sorry if you liked the Battlefield campaigns, but they're boring as shit.
Yeah, no, I've heard that too.
So fucking boring.
I've always heard that. Anyway, we're gonna finish this off with a cool little thing that happened this week. This happened earlier in the week. I think it'd be the beginning of the week. But Ben Affleck. So I was on this it was kind of cool because I saw this maybe 10 minutes after it posted. But Ben Affleck threw up on his Twitter.
You guys are friends, right?
Yeah, me and him, we're tight. We're like this. No, honestly, it was a stroke of luck. I happened to go either on Twitter or if it was on Facebook that someone shared it on.
I did that with Justice League trailer.
Yeah. It was one of those things that I just happened to look it up and someone was like, this just got shared. And I was like, oh, what's this? And clicked on it. But anyway, he essentially recorded a video. There's no sound even, but it's on set from what we assume is Justice League. And it's a him taking a video of a screen that they're watching from obviously from the set. It's probably from a daily or something like that. But it's a shot of Deathstroke in his full armor, decked out. And it's just a 30-second shot of him kind of looking badass and
walking the way the armor they did it. The suit.
Oh my God,
just so
it's
cool how he's
perfect.
walking down and it's all staying. He looks like he's armored, he's really armored.
Which I like that version of Deathstroke as well, because I've always liked that version of Deathstroke, the more Injustice looking
or the Batman or Arkham Origins one.
Yeah, yes, Arkham Origins.
Cool.
That's you know what? That's what the suit looks like, though. This suit looks like that one. It makes more sense as far as what his thing is, where he's a mercenary, and I've never liked the whole his
leather Aquaman outfit kind of thing.
That's the thing is or him having a mask. I like the fact that the mask is a shell hard helmet kind of thing, because it makes more sense in my opinion as far as what my expectation of someone who's pretty much the most badass mercenary in the world. The reason why Deathstroke's such a cool character is because he's one of the few villains who actually fight toe to toe with Batman
and win,
and
beaten him.
He has won before. They go back and forth. They beat each other back and forth. But the fact that for me obviously Batman's always been my favorite comic book character, and the fact that Batman
Deathstroke has not made an appearance in anything.
Yeah, he's just starting to get some more. I think
Arrow,
Arrow. He was super good, super cool. That was a really good version of him. I really liked. The guy's name is Manu Bennett. He was the guy that was on Spartacus. He was on a ton of shit. He's a great actor, but he played a really good Deathstroke, and I am excited because there's rumor that the guy that they think might be playing him in this movie his name is Joe Manganiello.
Magello or something.
Yeah, it was. I think it's Manganiello. I might be saying it wrong.
He's a pretty big actor.
But he's been in a few things. He was in True Blood. He's been in a few movies. I've seen him in and stuff like that. He was in Magic Mike and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was in Magic Mike. So that's probably the best way you can know him.
Yeah.
He. It's funny because I was like, well, how do you know this is him? And you're like, well, because apparently
there's a lot of really funny little things. He just happened to be in the UK at the time of filming. He just happened to befriend. He just became friends with Zack Snyder on Twitter.
Why would he become friends with Zack Snyder?
Yeah,
if he wasn't in a movie
and
with him?
They showed a picture of him where he tweeted out with him and his girlfriend or whatever. But the way he looks right now, he's got the
he looks like Deathstroke.
Yeah, he does. He's got the haircut and he's got the short kind of military, almost short sides, kind of longer on top haircut, and he's got this goatee that looks like a Deathstroke goatee. And he was just there's a lot of really funny things that they said that kind of add up to him being maybe on the set and stuff like that. I'd be okay with that. He's a cool actor.
You know what?
And he looks the part, especially because if someone put up a picture online of him, they obviously photoshopped it, but they grayed out some of his hair and they gave him a bit more gray and the goatee and stuff, and if they put an eye, I think they put an eye patch over him. He looked the part, fucking right, exactly like.
And it's funny because when you said who it was, I was kind of oh god, and then you showed me it in the first second, I was yeah,
yeah,
just instantly. I'm happy that they're doing Deathstroke. They need to do Deathstroke. If you want to see a badass fight scene,
it's him and Deathstroke. It's Batman and Deathstroke. Not only that,
but that's a villain to admire.
Yeah,
you don't get that often.
Fair enough. Yeah,
like you watch the last Batman v Superman, the villains. It was like,
yeah, I know, and that's the thing is, I hope that this, I hope what they're doing is that he's in Justice League for like, my assumption is that he's not in a lot of Justice League.
I'm thinking,
but
let's talk about that. Actually,
I think he's going to be in Justice League a little bit, and then they're setting it up so that he can be in the standalone Batman movie.
What I'm thinking the scenario is one of two things. So either he's been asked by Batman to aid in taking down this guy because Batman's that desperate,
possible,
and he says no, or the villain of the story has just paid off Deathstroke to be a hit,
to do something,
to be a hitman for him, which would be really cool if the whole like fight scenes are you seeing what Steppenwolf, like sending
right.
out like these different villains to go fight these guys.
Yeah, maybe.
Which it'd be really cool to put Deadshot in it too with Will Smith. That'd be really cool. The two of them.
That'd be interesting. Like I said, it puts up a lot of good possibilities, especially like I said later on when they're planning on doing like the whole standalone.
He's also one of the only villains that isn't crazy in the Batman universe.
Yeah, he's not. He's just a badass assassin. Like, I mean, he really is. He's just a mercenary. He is like
the world's best mercenary.
Yeah, the world's best mercenary. Yeah, you're right. I mean, out of the Batman villains, I've always liked him a lot because he wasn't always the. Like most of Batman's villains obviously are like extreme, like usually psychopaths. Like there's Joker, there's Riddler, there's like,
and there's tricks to dealing with their psyche. But with him, it's just fight.
It's just pure physicality. Yeah, the two of them fighting each other,
and the mental. They're both smart. They're both really smart.
Yeah, they're both really, really.
And to see that on screen, and like the suit looks awesome. My only main gripe, and I said this to you the first thing, is I find the helmet's a little too big, but it might just be the way the shot's taken.
I think it was fun, honestly. It didn't look like overly huge to me or anything like that. I loved the way the suit looked, though. The suit looked fucking dope. I love that he had the sword on the back, and it's got like the little like piece of cloth like hanging off the back or like the end of the handle and stuff like that. Like it looked fucking perfect.
I wouldn't be surprised though if the helmet's not actually a big part of the movie, because if he's a big actor, he's going to have the helmet for probably a couple fight scenes. He's going to lose it. He's just going to have the eye patch and
the salt and pepper hair kind of thing.
Wearing the suit, that'd be really cool. I was so excited when I saw that. I was like, about time you did a villain that people haven't seen before and that is like on the top of the most wanted list.
Yeah, that is. It's
like getting
cool.
Deadpool to movie, which Deadpool's a ripoff of Deathstroke, but they did. They did their own thing. That's a funny little tidbit.
That is a funny little tidbit. Like, I mean, for all the fans of Deadpool out there, if you've never realized that Deadpool was literally a knockoff of Deathstroke, that
they did comedic just to mock it.
To mock him, yeah. But then he turned out to be such a better character later on. Because originally he was just supposed to be a merc. And then they decided to take him and like spin his whole character and make him like, blah blah blah. But like, yeah, that was his original. Deadpool's original appearance was to be a knockoff of Deathstroke, which he was like a parody of Deathstroke essentially. But I can't wait. I can't wait to see this and like where they're going with it. It gives me a lot of hope. I hope they show in like another trailer maybe a little bit more, and we get to see. Well, first of all, I'd like them to confirm who's playing him, but then I'd like to hear like. How he sounds.
Could you imagine if that actor is actually playing someone else that's really cool?
That's crazy, yeah.
That could be the other thing going on.
That could be. Who knows? We'll see.
He plays a pedestrian. He crosses the street once or something.
Just once. He's in the background of a shot.
He's just friends with Zack Snyder. He just wanted to be in the movie for 2 seconds. No, you can see it. You can just see that he's a perfect fit. It's like when they casted Ben Affleck and people were arguing, no, he can't be Batman. You could just see it. If you really thought about it, you're like, he just makes so much sense. And this actor, he does.
He does for sure. Yeah. I think that's probably all we really know. I mean, there's nothing else we can really like go on for that.
Let's make assumptions.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Go check that out.
Yeah, go check that out if you haven't seen it. It's a 30-second clip. Just seeing the suit and just seeing the way he looks, it's so cool.
So cool.
All right, that pretty much wraps up everything for this week.
I've got to go play Fallout Nuka World and edit this video.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys next week. Take her easy.